Kit Malthouse.
Speaker, I too was on the cross-party emotional visit with Yachad to Israel and Palestine last week, where we stood at the site of mass murder in Kibbutz Be'eri and in Nativ Hazara and heard with horror the accounts of the victims and bereaved relatives of what happened there, but also stood on a bluff above Gaza City and saw the artillery landing and heard the gunfire and the drones overhead and contemplated the futility of 30,000 dead. And with horror thought of the assault upon Rafah and its 600,000 children. Various things became clearer during the visit, Mr Deputy Speaker. The first is that there can be no military victory over Hamas. That is widely accepted across the world and is being whispered even in Israel, not least because every bomb and every bullet that lands is a recruiting sergeant for that appalling organisation. The second thing that became clear, Mr Deputy Speaker, is that the security of these two peoples are intrinsically intertwined. Anybody who is interested in the security of Israel in the future has to recognise that this conflict is making things worse, not better, and that the security of the Palestinians is required for the security of Israel into the future. We also, Mr Deputy Speaker, met some remarkable people. Rachel Goldberg, whose son Hirsch is still being held by Hamas. Mao Zinon and Yonatan Zaygin, whose parents were both killed by Hamas. A group of young Palestinians who yearn for freedom, all of them dedicating their lives to peace. They were the threads of hope that we met on our visit, and they offered the prospect that these two remarkable peoples could find a way to live side by side. And then I returned to the United Kingdom, Mr. Deputy Speaker, to find us trapped in a crazy battle of semantics. I do not, I have to say, confess, understand the difference between a ceasefire, a pause, a cessation, a truce, qualified by sustainable, credible, whatever it is, humanitarian, one that lasts. The British people think our moral compass is spinning in this House, that we have no clue what we're doing anymore, and yet they see the bodies of shredded children coming across the media pretty much every day. They want three simple things. They want the killing to stop of Palestinians and Israelis. They want the hostages to be returned, and they want aid to flow into Gaza. And our job in this House, as backbenchers, is to vote for the outcome we want to see, not some clever process by which we might get there or second-guess what the parties are going to do, but to say now what we want to happen. And I agree with the British people that the violence must stop. If those people who hold out the prospect of hope in Israel to stand a chance, it has to be in an atmosphere of peace. It was Menachem Begin who said that war is avoidable, but peace is inevitable. It is time for the bloodshed to stop and for the talking to begin. And in this House and in this country, we must do what we can to make that so.
Thank you very much. Andrew Gwynn.
Thank you, Mr.